Hello again, my name is Gabe Zolna. This is the 9th of April 2018. When President Trump was candidate Trump, quite often he referred to swamp critters. And quite often he said he's going to drain the swamp of swamp critters. I went ahead and I looked up the definition of swamp critters, and there's a whole series of different definitions. But we know what he intended when he made reference to swamp critters. A swamp critter is someone that has been feeding off the public trough for a very, very long time. Now, if you watched some of my videos on 9/11, I'm a firm believer that it was taken down by the Bush administration. Everyone in the Bush administration at that time, Condoleezza Rice, the vice president at that time, Dick Cheney, and obviously George W. Bush, was involved. They had to have been. No one else could have planned it other than our government. Now, who else worked in the Bush administration at that time? Well, there were a lot of people. One in particular, John Bolton. John Bolton was Undersecretary of State for Arms Control. Interesting, is it not? Now, John Bolton is the epitome of a swamp critter. He's been at the public trough for over 33 years. And President Trump just nominated him as his new secretary. The secretary to provide him with information based on security, National Security Advisor. Now, that position doesn't have to go to Congress. That's just an appointment that President Trump can make, which he's already made. Now, let's take a look at Jeff Sessions. How long has Jeff Sessions been at the swamp? Well, he's been in since 1981. That's 37 years. Is it any wonder that nothing is changing? Is it any wonder that Jeff Sessions won't allow a special counsel to be formed? He too is the epitome of a swamp critter. So you have to ask yourself a question. What's wrong with President Trump to select people like John Bolton, who's also a warmonger, and Jeff Sessions, who has to have a very dark past that he doesn't want revealed, because he's obviously being played, and he plays to the tune of whoever is pulling the strings. And these are just two examples of swamp critters. There's many more that President Trump has surrounded himself with. I don't know what kind of decision process he goes through, if he goes through any. I mean, his new head of the Secretary of State, Michael Pompeo, I don't believe that he's the right person either. I mean, he was a worthless congressman, a telemarketer. You don't believe me? Go look up Representative Jolly, Jolly, in 60 Minutes. They're all worthless telemarketers. They spend 20 to 30 hours a week telemarketing, looking for money. Considering that they fly Mondays and Fridays, doesn't give them a whole lot of time to do the work that they were sent to do. Thing's a complete joke. I also heard that Paul Ryan might resign. Well, I don't believe that to be true, and the reason that is that if there's talk about possible impeachment for Trump, Paul Ryan will become vice president. We'll see. There's a lot of things that are in flux at the present time. Again, I don't understand why Trump would put John Bolton in as his national security advisor. This guy is a complete swamp critter, as is Jeff Sessions. Tell me where I'm wrong. You can't, can you? I went ahead and I did searches on both of these Wikipedias. I'm going to attach the Wikipedia for John Bolton. You can look up the one for Jeff Session. I also have that, but when I put up two of them, they sort of blend together. Then I have to go separate them. I might put both up for you. Save you having to look for it. You sort of know what I think. You know why I think what I think. I think we're going to be in for a world of hurt having Bolton in the role that he's in. National Security Advisor. What a complete joke. That's sort of what I think. Tell me where I'm wrong. You can't, can you?